Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Modern Warfare 3. The game just came out a couple of days ago and as such, it's a buggy mess. That's kind of to be expected, to be honest, when it comes to a new Call of Duty game launching. For some reason, they make billions of dollars every year, but at the same time, most of that money goes into the pockets of the shareholders as well as the executives, and the people that are actually making the game, they're working overtime, they're getting laid off, they're the ones having to do the crunch, and they're the ones that are currently trying to fix all the problems that we currently have with the game right now. I will say, given the circumstance, we did learn that Modern Warfare 3 was basically thrown together in 16 months. That's pretty crazy. Usually it's a 3-year dev cycle, and they didn't even get a whole year and a half. So Sledgehammer definitely did a lot given the time that they had to do everything, but there's still so many issues here with Modern Warfare 3, and some of them are just things that I don't understand how they even got past the testing phase of the game. They got the feedback from the beta, and they did fix some things from the beta, but a number of issues have surfaced here in the full launch as well, which I want to discuss because these things are really ruining the multiplayer experience for a lot of people. Now, if you guys don't know, there are two places you can go to keep up with Call of Duty bugs and what Sledgehammer Games is actually working on. Number A, you have the COD Updates Twitter. I'll put the handle on your screen right here. And number B, they have the Trello board, which you guys want to check it out. I'll put a link to it down there in the description. All you have to do is just go on over there, and then maybe you can bookmark it to your browsers. You can always go ahead and check out what they're working on and things like that. But here we see a number of issues that they're currently investigating, as well as resolved issues. A lot of these are actually coming from the beta. Like right here, there's an unintended location on the ground war map. Here, there's people that are glitching inside the wall on the state. Here's the ACS not working. Bullets not working with the BAS-B. The ACS, again, not working. Footstep volume levels for teammates, sometimes matching the volume of enemies. They fixed all these things going from the beta into the full launch of the game. But here are going to be the known issues that they are currently working on. After infill, field of view can sometimes be higher than expected. There's an unintended bomb site plant location in Search and Destroy on Terminal. If I recall correctly, people were able to plant the bomb on the outside of the airplane, which was not intended. This is a big one right here. Minimap red dots do not indicate player elevation. I thought that was like an intentional decision that they made, but no, they're going to be making it eventually once it gets figured out and fixed. They're going to be making it so when people appear on the minimap, picture Favela for example, you're going to be able to see their dot on the minimap. It's going to tell you if they're above you or below you or what have you. That definitely sounds nice. Then here we have a bunch of spawn exploits and spawn issues, more search and destroy glitches with pings giving players an unfair advantage. This is a big one for a lot of people. Players are experiencing a significant tack sprint delay after sliding. So basically, if you slide, there's going to be a massive delay between when you slide and when you're able to tack sprint again, which definitely slows the game down, even though the game already feels pretty fast. But regardless, they're working on that. But there's still a couple of other things they're not working on either. The biggest thing for me, and I was talking about this on Twitter, and apparently some of you guys don't have this issue, which just blows my mind. It's like some people's accounts are glitched, other people's accounts aren't. I really don't know, but EOD does not work, at least for me and at least for a lot of other people, and I decided to go to a private match and prove this to you guys because, again, I had so many people saying, oh, it works for me. That thing saves my life all the time. EOD is a fantastic perk. It really isn't, because it doesn't actually do anything for apparently only some people. So here we are. I've got my frag grenade on. I have my EOD perk on. Here I am just going to run around. I'm going to throw the grenade on the ground, let it blow up, and as you can see, it still kills me. That shouldn't happen with EOD, aka Flak Jacket. If you ever used a Flak Jacket perk in Call of Duty before, what it does is it reduces the damage that you take from incoming explosives that don't come from kill streaks. Basically, grenades or rocket launchers, things like that. It's going to reduce that damage and allow you to live. But here I am at full health, and that grenade still blows me up. It doesn't matter if I'm like right on it. Doesn't matter if I'm really more towards the edge of it. Doesn't matter. If I get hit by that grenade, pretty much it's going to blow me up. Here's an example of it happening in a game. I'm at full health. This guy throws a grenade. I move to the corner. I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna get hit by it, but it shouldn't kill me, right? I've got EOD on. I still freaking die. That is very frustrating. As somebody who likes to play objective game modes, you see a lot of my footage, not all of it, but like a lot of it is domination, control, things like that. I enjoy objective game modes. It's really tough to play the objective when people are constantly chucking grenades at you and there's nothing you can do about it. It kind of takes me back to the old COD 4 days where people are throwing frag times 3 and there's nothing I can do to stop that. Also reminds me a bit of the OG Modern Warfare 2 where people are just using grenade launchers 24/7 and there's nothing you can do to stop that either. It's like, it's almost like they thought to themselves, it'd be cool to bring back the OG Modern Warfare 2 maps, but let's really double down on the nostalgia and just make it so people are blowing up all the time. It's frustrating. But here's going to be some more testing that I did for you guys. So here's going to be me with EOD on and a Semtex. And I noticed, like, wait a minute, the Semtex didn't actually kill me, but if I get closer, it ends up doing it. So basically what happens here is it doesn't matter if you have EOD on or not, whether it's a frag grenade or a Semtex grenade or whatever. If you're on the very, very edge of the explosion radius, you're going to live, whether or not you have EOD on. Like, here's side-by-side comparisons here showing me with EOD on versus me without EOD on. The results are virtually identical. I cannot have EOD on, be on the very edge of the grenade's blast radius, and I'm going to live. The same thing happens whether or not EOD is actually equipped, which therefore makes that perk completely useless. It does nothing, and I don't understand how they can have it so, you know, a perk like Flak Jacket, which I think first came out in 2008 with World at War, how do you just like have a perk like that is so crucial to the Call of Duty multiplayer experience and then just have it not work whatsoever? Another issue that I've noticed, and this is something people are saying, like, why are grenades cooking so quickly? I don't get it. Well, it's because you're wearing the ordnance gloves. There's also a bug here with the ordnance gloves where it says on there you're going to throw your equipment further, and it's also going to reset the timer on thrown back grenades. As you can see, that part works. Like, if you throw a grenade on the ground, you pick it back up, it resets the timer over and over. That part of the ordnance gloves are working, but there's an unintended bug with the perk as well, where for some reason, when you're rocking those gloves, not only can you throw your grenades further, but the timer on your frag grenade as you're cooking it is much faster. So therefore, like, you're used to the normal time that it takes to cook a frag grenade. You're trying to get that perfect grenade off, right? And if you have those gloves equipped, that timer is now shorter, and as a result, you have to make your decision faster. Otherwise, the freaking thing just blows up in your hand, and then you end up dying. Like, little things like that are incredibly frustrating. I mean, going back to the Trello board, they are working on a number of issues here, but just it seems like there's a lot more that they could be investigating, and it's kind of disheartening for issues like what I just showed here in this video to be really plaguing the Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. Something as crucial as grenades killing everybody nonstop, and there's no way to counter it. It'd be nice if they were to at least acknowledge it, because they're investigating, right? Going back to the Trello board, they say they're investigating these issues. They're not saying they have a fix scheduled for a number of these problems. They're just saying they're looking into it. They're aware of it. They're acknowledging it. They're trying to fix it. Like, they don't want this to be happening in their game. But then other issues, which we've been talking about since day one of Modern Warfare 3 dropping, even before the game dropped, when people were setting their consoles to New Zealand and playing the game early, we let them know right away, like, hey, this is broken. It's kind of really ruining the Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer experience, at least if you play objective game modes, and it's kind of falling on deaf ears right now, which is disheartening. I think they're going to eventually fix it, but I hope it's quick, right? Because going back to Sledgehammer's last game, Call of Duty Vanguard, which was another COD title that had a similarly rushed schedule, they put together Vanguard in a pretty similar amount of time that they put together Modern Warfare 3. They had a lot of bugs in that game as well, and it took them a very long time to fix them. Need I remind you guys of Fire Shipment, which just went on and on and on, because again, they made the game in 16 months, and then the game released, they fixed a couple of things, and then they took a much needed vacation. But at the same time, like, you're taking a vacation when the game has all these issues, and it's during the launch window, and it's when the most people are playing, and it's what sets up the game for the remainder of its life cycle. You know, we gotta get these things fixed. I mean, I'm all for them getting time off. I'm all for them spending time with their family. I'm all for them making much more money than they currently are, given the state of the video games industry, and especially the state of Activision Blizzard. But these things need to be fixed. They just absolutely do, and I'm really hoping that in the coming days we get some more communication from Sledgehammer, because in general, they're pretty good about that, but I'm still worried because, again, looking back at Vanguard, I'm hoping history does not repeat itself here. We need only look back at their last game to see that it took them a while to fix a number of these things, so we're gonna have to wait and see. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this little video here today. I hope you enjoyed it. What other random issues and random bugs have you experienced so far here with Modern Warfare 3? Leave them down there in the comments. Be sure to subscribe if you're new around here. Thank you all so much for listening, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.